Soup's ready today on Weekend at the Cottage. This is one of those recipes I really love making and eating, and so will you and everyone you serve it to. We are doing a completely vegan soup treatment that you must try. We're doing a curried squash soup with coconut, unusual flavor combinations, and there's a lot of fantastic things that happen in the soup recipe. We begin the recipe, oven is preheating to 400 degrees. We need to roast our squash. I have two varieties. I'm using butternut for its wonderful flavor and acorn for its flavor, but also its color. I take the squash, cut them in half, little bit of vegetable oil, a sprinkling of salt, invert them on the baking sheet. We're gonna place them in the oven to roast for about 45 minutes. I also have a little bit of coconut, took some coconut, put it on the baking sheet, put it in the oven, toasted it for 5 minutes. We're gonna save that to the end as a garnish. Once your squash is roasted, take it out of the oven. We're going to invert it, give it a chance to cool, and as soon as you can kind of touch it and it's not too hot to handle, take a spoon and scoop out all of that glorious, softened, roasted flesh, transfer it into a bowl. We then head to stovetop. We have our soup pot, medium-high heat. We start our recipe not with butter, that wouldn't be right. Instead, 3 tablespoons of coconut oil. We're going to melt the coconut oil, and then we're adding 2 fine chopped white onions. Add your onions to the pot, give them a stir, let them soften for a bit, and then we're adding 1 clove of garlic, fine chopped, and also about 1 inch of ginger. No need to grate the ginger, just chop it up, add that to the pot, stir those 2 ingredients in with the onions and let them soften for a bit. Once those ingredients are softened, we're gonna spice it up a little bit. I'm adding 2 teaspoons of curry powder and 1 teaspoon of coriander. Stir them in and you're gonna get this wonderful fragrance. I'm walking around the cottage and all I keep thinking about is how wonderful this soup will taste. Once the onions, the ingredients, and those curry spices start to cook a little bit, we're gonna add our cooked squash. We add 1 pear. This is gonna give it a little bit of sweetness. I peeled the pear, cored it, add the pear into the pot. Now we top it off with 4 cups of a pure vegetable stock. If you need a recipe for pure vegetable stock, head to Weekend at the Cottage. It's one of the first recipes we posted. Great step-by-step guide on how you can make your own vegetable stock. Give everything a stir, and as soon as it starts to boil, we cover, reduce to simmer, and let it cook for 15 minutes. Once the soup is done, we're transferring it to a workstation. We're then going to need our wand. This is going to help us puree the soup. I love this little kitchen tool. It also doesn't make a lot of mess because I can submerge it into the liquid, and when you start to work with it, it doesn't spatter everywhere. You want to puree it to a nice, smooth, silky texture, and then we can add in our finishing touches. So instead of heavy cream or some other dairy product, 1 can of coconut milk. The juice from half a lemon. This is going to give this recipe a bit of tang. We're taking some nutmeg, fresh ground nutmeg, grate that over your soup. Stir everything together. Give it 1 more pass with your wand just to make sure that coconut milk is nicely blended with your soup. Do a little taste test and then go back with salt, season finally with salt, and then we're going to transfer into bowls and we're getting ready to serve. When you're ready to serve, you're ladling it into your bowls. Then we're adding some chopped chives. Sprinkle that toasted coconut, little bit more fresh grated nutmeg, and a little bit of black pepper at the end, and you're good to go. Remember, this soup works as a first course. If you're serving it at dinner, it can be a main course. I often just serve this for dinner with a beautiful salad. Actually, if you want to serve this as a first course followed by a great salad, we posted an incredible fall salad at the website. Check that out too. So to make a meal, it travels well. You can take it to work next day if you've got leftovers. It's really wonderful. As good as it looks, as fantastic as all of that sounds, it's all about the taste. And it's creamy and smooth and oh so delicious. The fact that it's healthy is just like the final added bonus to the whole thing. Hope you try this wonderful curried squash soup with coconut. It sure is a winner. Then after that, why not head to weekendатthecottage.com, check out our website, please sign up for our newsletter, look for us on our dedicated YouTube channel. We love when you drop by there, give us thumbs up, drop us comments on all of our videos. And then finally, look for us on your favorite social media feeds, Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. The end. Enjoy.